the worst possible future. A saying that was first stated by Boruto back in chapter 2. Ever since then, we all been wondering, exactly what is this worst possible future that he speaks of? And what does it mean for everyone? Many possibilities and many theories were born just from this statement right here. But I gotta give it to Kishimoto, he always keeps us on our toes for new narratives and surprises. Last video, I went in depth about KASHIN KOJI's new Shinjutsu called PRESCIENCE. Well, I thought it was called 10 Directions, but I didn't know if that was gonna be the real name, so I just waited until the official translation to drop to start writing more videos. And surprisingly enough, yeah, it wasn't a real name. But hey, who cares at this point, you know? You all know what I was talking about anyway. But now that we got the real name of the Shinjutsu, it makes things a bit easier. So I explained KASHIN KOJI's new Shinjutsu last video to the best of my ability. And in that video, I stated that Koji seen every possibility there was to any scenario in the series. For example, he's seen a future where Naruto was defeated by Ishiki and the planet died, as well as a future where KAWAKI killed both Boruto and Sarada, then the planet also died. And he's seen a future where Jura defeated Boruto and ultimately killed our GOAT permanently. Before I go any further in the video, I just want to take a short time to kindly ask if you would drop a quick little like on the video. It helps the video reach a wider audience, as well as bringing new people to the channel. Last video hit 900 likes. Completely insane, I'm not gonna lie, I was not prepared for that one. So for this one, let's aim for about 500 likes. That would more or less tell me we're getting to where we need to be. So getting back into the video, let's talk a little about the worst possible future, because I think it's way worse than we ever could imagine it to be. I mean, it's completely dark, really dark. So originally, when Boruto told Code about the worst possible future, this of course originally came from KASHIN KOJI, as did all of his 10 Tails knowledge in fact. But what Boruto didn't do was tell Code about his own future. Or he did, but it was very vague. This doesn't really mean much, because even if he did tell Code about his future, I doubt he even believed Boruto, and he probably wouldn't even care. He's just that much of a crash out. Once hearing it at first, I'm pretty sure we all thought it just meant the Clawgrams were just gonna start thinking for themselves and attacking Code along with everyone else. And although what we thought was partially correct, this all changed when we seen the Shinju emerge. So not only do they all think for themselves, but they also have the passive ability of evolution, the power that which comes from their new awakened cognition. And I think this is where the problem lies, not in just the sheer number of Shinju, which could possibly get up to insane amounts like 400. The true problem lies in their ability of evolution. Code made the Clawgrams by mixing the iron from his blood with raw chakra. But Boruto stated in chapter 6 that Code's chakra is affecting the Clawgrams because they are rapidly evolving into divine trees. He also immediately turned to Code's white karma that he got from Ishiki, since the karma is basically a lump of OTSUTSUKI essence. He thinks it could have an effect on how the Shinju even came to be. Now we gotta go back and look at everything Boruto says with extreme caution now, because I'd like to say around 93% of everything he says about the Shinju, the OTSUTSUKI, and the planet dying came from KASHIN KOJI, who literally seen the future or a highly anticipated future. So it wouldn't be crazy to say Code's karma is the reason all of this is even possible. The white karma allows the Shinju the possibility of evolution because of the purpose of the karma itself. The white karma was supposed to be used for Code to become an OTSUTSUKI, meaning it was a karma that didn't have any other OTSUTSUKI DNA on it. I always like to think of it as like a blank file. It doesn't have anything on it, which gives it room for endless potential. It was specifically for Code. That's why the Shinju were already allowed to use his Shinjutsu. It's most likely because Code already inherited one of Shibai's Shinjutsu in the claw marks, but another possibility could be the karma. I mean, the karma is also just a source of pure power as well, in addition to giving someone the abilities of that OTSUTSUKI. But in Code's case, it would just offer a power amp, as well as the evolution factor. The karma that's offering Code this power amp could be altering the Shinju's raw power as well, making them stronger than they were ever supposed to be. KASHIN KOJI showed us a vision of the Shinju rising in numbers, and whether the Shinju that's about to be revealed in the next chapter is the one from Koji's vision or not, we can be 100% certain, by the look of things, that won't be the last one either. Before the official translation dropped, this specific page said there would be about 400 Shinju in the future, and whether that's what Koji intended to say or not, I don't think that's necessarily a stretch to say. I think if they want to really do something about the situation, they would have to attack the problem from the source. But Koji already said, the possibility of them destroying the Ten Tails root is really low. He said in nearly all the futures he's seen, it involved the Shinju. So the next best thing to do is to simply dispose of all the Shinju before they start rising in numbers again. With all this, we can say the worst possible future can actually be a future where 400 of these things are flooding the world. Remember, even one of these things could take an entire village military strength to combat, just based off them being it from Code's karma and having his Shinjutsu ability. And if things aren't already bad enough, they can just instantly heal from any injury that doesn't destroy them in one hit. So 400, or even if we lowball and say 20, even that could be another threat that would cause the entire 5 great nations to team up together to fight against. The odds of them actually winning would still be extremely low even then. And we have to remember, the Shinju's numbers would be growing even during mid-battle as well, and they could actually continue to evolve during this period, still enhancing their strength. No matter how you look at it, any more than 5 Shinju, you're looking at a threat that could end up putting the shinobi world back at war. And if any of these Shinju are capable of becoming a divine tree like we think, then it gets kind of crazier. The situation could get out of hand and fast. I know, all of that was a lot to take in. I promise I understand that. But what if I told you it could get even worse than that? It's like when things finally seem to be making sense, it just gets even more crazy. Because we gotta really pay attention to what Kashin Koji said, specifically about Boruto and Kawaki. He told Boruto that he was supposed to be killed by Jura, and in almost all of the futures that occurs in, Kawaki almost instantly gets devoured. I'm pretty sure Kawaki would find a way to get devoured even if Boruto is alive in some timelines. It's to the point where I think Amato or someone purposely powers Kawaki up to be able to stand a chance against the Shinju, some way, somehow. But we know for certain, if Boruto goes down, everything is for nothing. It doesn't matter anymore. And you can say that for any timeline, to be honest. Even for the timelines where Kawaki kills Boruto himself, he'll eventually end up getting devoured. So Kawaki doesn't know it, but in every timeline imaginable, he needs Boruto alive to save himself, as well as the planet. It's all about whether he'll be ready to accept the harsh truth or not. And does the ending of Two Blue Vortex when Kawaki and Boruto finally face off one-on-one signify that Kawaki has fully accepted the truth? Because from the look of things, it would make sense that Kawaki tries to seal Boruto if he does learn that he needs him to protect the future. Chapter 13 brought us this much closer to truly understanding the ending of Two Blue Vortex. A lot of possibilities of how we can get to this point right here have surfaced, and I think we can expect more chapters to further push this narrative down the road. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Is the worst possible future just as bad as you imagine? Or is it even worse now that Kashin Koji explained everything to us? Lots of videos I plan to make just based on this conversation alone. You can expect me to start connecting more and more dots as they become clearer to us. And soon, I'm sure the full truth will be revealed to us very, very soon. Even some new interesting Jogan videos will be made. And I know you all love that, right? Well, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this quick video. And if you did and would like to see more content like this, then like always, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever I upload or go live for chapter spoilers later on. And you don't want to miss them live streams. I'm confident in saying our community got one of the most entertaining spoiler live streams on YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that, then turn them noties on. But without further ado, I'll see y'all boys and girls in my next video. And I'm out. Peace.